Morning, Janelle.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining me today. Janelle Taylor is our Director of Customer Care at Boomtown, and she was nice enough to join me this morning for the first installment of our Boomtown interview series. How are you doing, Janelle?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. So to kick things off, I wanted to get started and ask what a regular day at the Boomtown office looks like for you and for your team.
Awesome. There is no such thing as a regular day. We fluctuate drastically. We can have an outage or or one of our partners have an outage, and we can just be, everything's on fire 1 minute to everything's pretty calm and cool. So it really fluctuates daily, but the number one primary responsibility of the team is to help merchants with technical troubleshooting, from point of sale devices to printers to sometimes we support proprietary software for other partners. So we support a large number of things, but it's all technical troubleshooting.
Could you give some instances of when support reps would use the software and kind of what their workflow looks like?
Absolutely. It's the only tool we use. So to give an example, the way that if our phone rings, a ticket is auto-created in the system, and the agent is able to see the devices that the merchant's using and already have, a ton of knowledge before they even say hello. That being said, if we know the device, as soon as they tell us what the issue is, they can use our knowledge delivery and type in the issue and quickly get the results that are applicable to whatever issue that they're working on. So it helps speed up the actual support process. It's like hand delivering them the knowledge that they need at their fingertips, so to make them more successful. In addition to that, it's what we use for our case management. We have our chat integrated, emails go through there. So literally every support channel that we use is all through the platform.
So it's really omni-channel.
Absolutely.
Okay. So chat, email, phone, it all goes in there. It all creates a ticket. And then based on the knowledge base and the knowledge delivery capability, contextual information is given to the representative so that they can help find a solution to that problem.
Absolutely.
What is it like managing a support team like this? You've managed a top of the line support team for years. What are the number one things or maybe top things that you look for in your hiring process? And what do you want to empower your team to do?
Sure. So lots of lessons learned. I don't micromanage anyone, and that is, I'd say, the biggest mistake a lot of managers make is micromanaging. If you hire the right people, you don't have to micromanage them because you hire adults. They act like adults and they are stakeholders in the company. And at the end of the day, they want us to be as successful as if we're their own business, because technically we are. And also, the front end agents provide some of the best feedback and valuable resources for us. So taking the knowledge that they're giving us and implementing it, and not just, sometimes people would say, oh, I suggested that and they didn't do anything with it. For us, we absolutely listen to what our agents have to say, because they're on the front lines and they are so important to us, and their feedback is critical. A lot of the changes that we've made within the organization are due solely to our agents.
So that's really interesting, because it sounds like with the environment that you've been leading at Boomtown, people feel like they can come to you with any sort of good idea that they might have, or any opinion of something that things could be improved upon.
Absolutely. You have to be open to it. And I think it's part of what contributes to we had a 4% attrition rate last year. People are happy here, and it's because we genuinely care about our employees, and we treat them like adults and like human beings. We understand people have lives, and and we're there to support them just as they support us every day. Without our frontline, we wouldn't even be here.
Gotcha. No, they are so important, and they're really rock stars. I love the monthly email that we get highlighting our rock stars of the month. So it's just great to be at a company where the culture is so focused on positivity.
Absolutely. And it all starts with the hire. So you can't just take that model. That model is not going to work unless you have the adults that you're hiring. So we basically look for unicorns. And I know that sounds funny, but it's true. We look for people that will fit our culture and the personality of Boomtown and have the willingness to get the job done and want to be there. So we hire people that have technical aptitude. Maybe we don't check all of the boxes that normal, hiring processes would entail. We look for culture first, and if they're a fit, tech can be learned. So once we find the right people, we'll teach them the tech. That part's easy.
It's about you as a person and your attitude and your willingness to learn.
Right, absolutely. And in the past, we have hired people that had point of sale experience and they didn't work out. So we've totally shifted our hiring process, and in doing so, we're finding the unicorns.
That's wonderful. So transitioning a little bit to current events, obviously you and I are both working remotely from our homes. How has the remote work impacted the team at Boomtown? And how do you see support changing now that remote work is pretty much mandated by law in a lot of states for many workers?
Sure. Lucky for us, we didn't have a huge change with the remote work because about 2 years ago, we put a work from home process in place just to boost employee morale. We allowed every employee to work from home once a week. And so now when this happened, it was just flip the switch and everyone already had the ability, and it was seamless, which also allowed us to hire completely remote employees, which is great, to have the extra redundancy. So we didn't really have the big pain points that a lot of people are dealing with right now because we had it set up about 2 years ago. Yeah, all it was a, hey, now you guys all just work from home. So that part wasn't too difficult.
Sorry.
It's okay. And then how I think things are changing, we're still busy and we keep getting busier. And I think the thing that'll change will be the customer portfolio type and the types of support that we do. And the thing that will absolutely stay the same is the level and quality of the support that we give.
Awesome. And excuse me, would you say that the platform has been pretty conducive to remote work, that it's pretty easy to use no matter where you are?
Absolutely. It's like I said, it's the only tool we use.
That's awesome. And then I think diving into a bit more about the company culture, what are some things that you and your team like to do for fun when we all can gather in groups?
Well, so right now, since we can't gather in groups, I think that's important to talk about how we're maintaining culture with being apart as best as we can. One of my supervisors created a Discord server and he put Minecraft on it and invited the entire team to play Minecraft together. And then I've got another group of folks on the team who put together Spirit Week and they get on Zoom calls, and every day they are super creative. They've come up with some really neat ideas and fun ways to keep each other engaged while not being, in the office together. But a typical day in the office is when people are not on phone calls and working, they're up walking around, chatting with each other. We'll have team potlucks. We, take our badasses to lunch every month. And it's just a really positive working environment. Everyone just we work hard, we play hard.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I think that is the conclusion of our interview. Thank you so much for your time today, Janelle.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. Thanks so much. Bye.